All right, so we don't often touch on One Piece on this channel. I think I've maybe talked about it once or twice. I read it, the series once, and this is one of the hottest debated topics in that community. It was actually sponsored for me to talk about, which is Mihawks versus Shanks. Now, I'm not someone that's a part of the One Piece community, so I'm kind of giving you my outside perspective of someone who's gone through the series, and just my opinion on how this would play out and who I think would actually win if they throw down. If you guys want to see more One Piece content, you want to see more anime, manga stuff on the channel, you gotta run the likes up so that I know you're fucking with it. And subscribe if you haven't already. Join the Yancey Street Gang, check out my Discord, all that. Without further ado, let's dive into this. Now, this really became a topic because both of these characters came up sparring each other and fighting often just in sword play, and we know that Mihawk was seeking the title of being the strongest swordsman in the world, or the best swordsman, right? Which he is. He has the strongest sword in the world, and it's reflective of his status, right? But this is where the contention comes into play. Does being the strongest swordsman in the world mean you are the strongest, period? Furthermore, because we know that's not the case given the other characters in the series, if someone else is a strong swordsman, or rather a swordsman in general, if you're the strongest swordsman, does that mean you're stronger than them as well on top of the swordsmanship? We're going to get into what I think about those questions. Now, for one, let's kind of lay out the facts for each, right? Because even though this bitch has 30,000 chapters, it's not like these characters have a tons of feats to go through. So we'll kind of run through some things that line up in the series for both of them. Now, when you're talking about bounty or the value, how much you can get for taking someone down, which is typically tied to the danger level as well as what they've accomplished and just how hard it is to collect that bounty, Shanks takes it here. Shanks has the higher bounty, and what's probably even worse is Shanks a lot of times holding back, not even doing as much as he could, or if he wanted to, he would do a lot more. So his bounty could be way higher. And it's also kind of confirmed he hasn't used full power, so his full power hasn't really been seen yet. So there could be a little misaligning of the value there. Like, he actually could be more valuable than what's shown. But in that value, in that sense of how the world perceives them, Shanks is higher, right? Then get into the swordsman thing. I think it's kind of dumb to contest the title of swordsman because it was relative, and then Shanks lost an arm. So I'm not going to sit here and say, yeah, I think Shanks kept up with him, even surpassed him in swords play after that. But here's what I think we have on our hands. If you've ever been into Star Wars, it's kind of like a Count Dooku, Darth Sidious situation. If you put those two in a room, and they got to just duel, lightsabers only, Dooku's the superior duelist. There was an incident when his body was taken over, and Sidious said, thank God you don't have the skill of Dooku, just his body. I can win this. This skill of Dooku, I mean, he scrapped with Yoda after running down on Obi-Wan and Anakin. He's fought the best. He's fought Mace, all these people. He's just, from a pure dueling sense, better than Sidious. But if they fight, which is more than just a simple swords play, Sidious is stronger, has a better bag, and is a deeper bag, right? On top of just a raw power difference. That's kind of how I look at it here. I see Shanks as, while he might not be better in swords play, he is at least relative. Like, we can give him that. We know that, right? But we also know he's considered stronger, and he's a master of all three forms of hockey, right? Like, he's not just two of the three, which is Mihawk. He's more of a specialist in that way, but his observation hockey is fucking broken. We know Shanks is more developed, deeper bag, and is stronger and has a better understanding of all the forms of hockey. So because of that, the fact that other characters have straight up said he's one of the strongest as the four emperors, Kaido was like, yeah, no one's fucking stronger than this guy. Because that is the dude that can, go aura for with Whitebeard. That's crazy. I don't have Mihawk quite on that level. In their interaction, when he, of course, already was missing an arm, and Shanks straight up tells him, yo, I'm not having the best of days. Like, do you want to fucking scrap? Is that what this is? Because we can do that. And Mihawk's like, oh, nah, I'm not trying to run the ones with someone who lost an arm type shit. Kind of a decent clapback, but at the same time, Shanks was clearly not worried about this guy and even said, like, hey, I'm in a foul mood. I don't think you want to do this. I just think he has a deeper bag. I'm not going to contest that he might be a slightly less of a swordsman, but I definitely don't think he's weaker than Mihawk. And I think because of that, Shanks is the victor here. I think that's who is the superior. Now, if you guys disagree or you guys have an opinion on it, go to the comment section down below. You can hit up my Discord as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I got more content dropping today and over the next several days, so keep a lookout. But anyways, guys, it's been your host, Dr. Slash, and remember, it's Yancey Street, bitches.